Okay, so my cousin inspired me. Hey, Monique. She inspired me to do a video of my classroom. All right, you all, here is the Guided Reading Center. This is where the books are leveled and students are grouped according to reading level, and they can just come and grab their book for their particular level and their particular genre. Here is my anchor charts. Okay, all around the room. This is my I'm done, what should I do posting. So it gives students suggestions on what to do when they finish their assignments so that they are not Miss Darn, Miss Darn, Miss Darn, Miss Darn, Miss Darn, Miss Darn, Miss Darn. Yes, child. I had to go get a printer. I got it from OfferUp. And I'm lucky too because it's hard for teachers to afford anything these days. This is a mess. This is our math language wall. So students can refer right to the math language if they forget or if they need a reminder to understand. This is Miss Norm's junkie desk. Oh boy, you don't want to see that much. You don't want to see that. Here is our reminder board in the back. So you all see the smiley faces. They earn smiley faces every time. We do a great job as a class. Here we have a smart board. And I found these little tables. They are so cute on OfferUp on sale. So they fit together like puzzles. But sometimes when students come to the front, they use these little chairs if they want to sit closer to the smart board so we can take notes or they want to see. That is an amazing thing. Everybody loves these two book bags. So I call these the 5-second treat bags. Inside are really amazing treats. So at the end of the week, the group that has the most points, that group will be able to go into the 5-second treat bag. Here is Miss Norm's easel. Very good. So we come up sometimes and learn lessons here. This is G, our classroom giraffe. That's my little baby. He hugs me and he gives me kisses. Behind here, I have a classroom birthday graph. So this is a really easy project, you all. I got this from the cupcakes from the dollar store. So here, I'll try to turn the camera. So what we did was each student line them up by months, and each student, if you had a birthday in that month, you were able to stack your sticky note on top of that particular month with your birthday and your name. And so that we would see in graph form which month had the most birthdays, and then we would analyze and try to figure out why. It's so hilarious to hear some of the reasons that they come up with. So we have our place value chart here, place value chart there, so that students have access to it from all around the room. And I'll put back the easel. Here is my lovely orange seating area. This is where they gather to do like vocabulary workshop, different group activities and things like that. So and we can do book reads over here. So students in my classroom, we have a lot of rotation, and students are not stuck in their seats all day. So we have a lot of group work here. We have a lot of peer share work here. So these are one of the areas that they can go. Let's talk about groups. Okay, so here I have 5 groups in my classroom, and each group has a container, and each group has a name. This particular group is A, Academic All-Stars. So with all 5 groups, they spell learn. That is L, E, this one's A, R, and N. So L is leadership, E is group excellence, A is Academic All-Stars, R is respect, and N is next generation of geniuses. So those are our groups, and the acronym LEARN. We're coming to our science center here. These are our lab coats, our protective gear. Inside, we have some of our safety equipment and materials. The students should know where everything is in their classroom and should have access to everything in our classroom. So we have a free environment that way. Oh, don't pay attention to the microwave. I have to warm up my lunch. Here we have a fish tank. Let me see if I can turn the light on for you. Okay, inside of our fish tank. I love having living things in the classroom because it teaches the student responsibility, and you also tie it into education. What do living things need to grow? So we do plenty of lessons, and they also have to learn what do they have to do to keep the living things alive. We have science materials here. Uh-oh, you don't want to see that. Classroom sink. This is where we have all of our science equipment here. So Triple Beam Balance says, I have collected things over the years. Hush, hush, hint, hint. And there's Mr. Magoo over there in the corner. Amazing true story about this baby here. So I had a really smart young lady. Her name was Charlie, okay? And she had very smart two younger sisters. One was in kindergarten, one was in first grade. So they came in after school. And I was talking at my desk when I heard the two sisters over here at Mr. Magoo. And so I listened extra carefully like a mother would, like a teacher would. And I listened to the young lady, first grade. I listened to her name each and every part. Each and every part. That young lady's going to be a doctor. It was amazing. I was amazed. Here we have the Guided Reading Center. This is where I can meet with the students. Sometimes we meet for math groupings here. And I got these little stools at IKEA for $5. So they really love when they're able to move around. Here we have materials table. This is where we collect the homework, classwork, and then if they need notebook paper, they can get notebook paper. And I usually try to set out any materials that they may need so that if they have access to it, it doesn't stop class, and we can just keep going. They know they can just get up and get whatever they need. Here we have postings of groupings. This is a very special project that we're doing. It's a Words Have Power project where we speak words to fruit. And I've also seen Dr. Emoto. He's a famous doctor, Emoto. He did it also. Other people have done it on plants and then also with rice and water. Very good. So if you speak words, this is to teach the children that words do have power. So every day, and we should see a profound result after 21 days, we speak very positive words to the love apple, very negative words to the hate apple. And in the control group, we just ignore. So you have to have a control group, something to compare it with. And I must say, the results are really astounding. Really astounding. Here's a teacher's closet here. So in my classroom, they earn dojo points. And everybody has a dojo envelope. And they get to earn money, which is school bucks. I'm sorry, not dojo points, Blue Jay bucks, where they can spend at our Blue Jay store here at the school. This tells you all about our classroom. In this class, we work hard, we forgive, we love, we have fun, we say positive words, we make mistakes, we say thank you, we never give up. So we keep our students really positive here. Ms. Durham's Computer Center is here, and I'll try to turn the camera again. That is my classroom computer center. Very good. So students should be very, very comfortable in here. I also got these seats from OfferUp. It's really awesome. OfferUp. Here is my classroom bulletin board this week. All about sequence of events. So it's all in sequence. You can see the different levels here. Even though each project, is geared towards sequence of events, we still have different levels in the classroom. Like some levels are maybe second and third grade, and I teach fifth grade. So you have to attain to the different levels in the classroom. So here the students were able to cut out pictures and decipher the order of events in which they happened, and then they were to use time order words and tell us details about each and every event. Here, students were to read the story and label and number the order of events. Here, some students created their own story with the number of events, and here, these students read an essay and were able to identify the events. This is my classroom library. It is set up in genres here. So on my tower, we have fiction and nonfiction, and then Big Ten books they really enjoy. My 2 hand chairs, they can come over here and do group work, vocabulary workshop again. Anything that we need where they need to have their own section of the classroom, they can come over here and work it all out. Here we have another section of the classroom library, and all of my stuffed animals here. You can't tell, but that is a long, huge worm called the bookworm. So he goes from one end of the library to the next. That's Bookie. We call him the Bookie, the bookworm. And all of my sections have wonderful labels to attract students to want to read and want to read that particular genre. If you can see it, I don't know if you can see it very well. This one says historical fiction. Here you can learn all about past in a fun and funny way. All of them say something different. This one is science, nonfiction, exploring new animals and more. This one, Barack Obama, biographies, autobiographies, and meet people from the past and enjoy. This one, science nonfiction. Enjoy science, explore worlds of science, and learn about new science topics. So this is what we do. At the bottom, we have materials. This is my math center. And oh boy, it's a little junky here, so you all excuse me. We have math manipulatives and things that we use in the classroom. So I'm out of breath. This is my classroom. This is my babies. These are my babies. I do it all for my students. And this is where the magic happens. I love everybody. I love teaching. Maybe one day God allow me to be a millionaire teacher. From my mouth to God's ears. In your name we pray, Lord. All right, bye everybody. I love you.